Exxon predicted in 1982 exactly how high global carbon emissions would be today. The company expected that, by 2020, carbon dioxide in the atmosphere would reach roughly 400 to 420 ppm. This month's measurement of 415 ppm is right within the expected curve Exxon projected.
Here's a summary of the article.
The concentration of carbon dioxide emissions in the atmosphere reached an unprecedented level this month. The last time scientists believe it may have been this high was 2.5 to 5 million years ago during the Pliocene epoch, when sea levels were 25 meters higher than today and global temperatures were warmer by 2 to 3 degrees Celsius. Unlike back then, the record carbon dioxide emissions being recorded now are the result of humans burning fossil fuels, which releases harmful heat-trapping pollution into the atmosphere. According to an internal 1982 document from Exxon Research and Engineering Company, obtained by InsiderClimate News as part of its 2015 investigation into what Exxon knew about the impact of fossil fuels on climate change, the company was modeling out the concentration of carbon emissions several years into the future. According to a graph displaying the growth of atmospheric CO2 and average global temperature increase over time, the company expected that, by 2020, carbon dioxide in the atmosphere would reach roughly 400 to 420 ppm. The record carbon emissions recorded this month indicate things will most likely continue to get worse. Carbon remains in the atmosphere for a long time, meaning it continues to warm the world long after it is emitted. That means we have to act dramatically, now, to lower global carbon emissions if we are to avert catastrophic climate change impacts.
This post received a score of 74,585, with an upvote ratio of 93%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
What did they say about the next 20 years?
Check page 18 of the report for a fun little analysis of another study. That then society may not be able to economically adapt to the resulting climate change bit is a very dry way of saying, if the changes happen too fast, society will collapse.
Greater than if the rate of CO2 increase is too rapid, then society may not be able to economically adapt to the resulting climate change. So we have an oil company admitting that climate change is real, all the way back in 1982. How are there so many dumb fucks trying to deny it is a real thing?
I really don't understand it myself. I guess money is more important than life? I don't know.
In this case it's even that money is more important than money.
A little extra money right now, at the cost of killing the planet and every living thing on it, is more important than a lot of extra money in the future with a healthy planet and long happy prosperous lives for the majority of the inhabitants. People are so amazingly stupid sometimes. No, not stupid, selfish and greedy. Our entire global economy is built on this premise. Wouldn't it be nice, if John Lennon's Imagine could come to pass one day? What could we do for this world and the future our kids will grow up in? It would be quite nice, and I'll keep pushing for that future as long as I draw breath. Though I do slightly disagree with you on the one point. Yes, they are extremely selfish and greedy, but they are also stupid for not realizing that cutting short-term profits just fractions could help the world and its inhabitants out tremendously, as well as substantially increasing profits over the long term if we avoid mass famine, extinctions, droughts, floods, and any number of other apocalyptic scenarios.
Honestly, finding a way to get the focus off of short-term profits in the executive-level business sphere would do way more than just help the planet. The more they do to take away from us, the less we as a people will have to spend. It still would just do so much good to make these corporations and people realize that there are in fact better ways of doing this stuff that benefit everyone, including them. It's just not benefits they're going to see tomorrow.
I'd upvote this 10 times if I could. I 100% agree with everything you just said.
Their internal projections were spot on compared to the larger scientific community. They also bought land leases in Alaska in the areas they projected would melt first for pennies on the dollar. Exxon is actually profiting on climate change.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.